everything going on in the media, within the culture is a setup. It's a real setup for us to fail. And here's why. You notice how, like, this man locked up, you hear the songs about the drilling, you hear the songs about the drug use and the destruction, but you don't hear the songs about how they miss their freedom, or how they miss their homie that's locked up, or how they miss their mother. Every thug love their mom, no matter how greasy, you know what I'm saying? So every thug, everybody loves their mother. Everybody want, you know what I'm saying? You never hear about that. But yet you always hear about how they slotted on this, how they doing that. But you got to understand that the first side of that I'm talking about is an actual factual, and it's a reality that everybody within this particular lifestyle lives. But for some reason, when they talk about it, it's never, well, no, they don't talk about it. And I was even thinking about the ladies too. Like you hear about all of this explicit sexualization, you hear about all of this other stuff, but you never hear the stories about them getting taken advantage of, or them being really hard for them to raise a bunch of kids, and how it's a struggle and all of this. But you hear about the glamour. But you know what I realize is because, and this is the shit that y'all gotta realize though. This is the shit that clicks in my head, like, yo, it's a setup. They really pumping this to us. Like you gotta think, because it's a coin. There's two sides of a coin. They're only feeding you one side. You understand? Like, it's been proven that you put a dope beat to something, you make a rhythm, you can make anything hot. But for some reason, they don't talk about the deep stuff, the real stuff. Look at the Young Thug situation. Think about Young Thug. This is the perfect example. Young Thug I heard somebody just say Young Thug has been a generational impact. This nigga done changed the culture. And you know what? I'll even admit to that. I remember when that boy came out, he did some shit that I ain't never seen no other mainstream rapper do. Where are all the mainstream rappers that rocked with him, making songs about how they miss their dog, how this isn't the right way, like they missed this and they missed that? And what about those songs? Because I know those lyrics gotta exist somewhere. You gotta think about it. Like, niggas, it's not like y'all niggas act like, it's just so insane to me. This is the proof. This is the proof, because these are musicians, and these are musicians that talk about a particular lifestyle. But we know the other side of the lifestyle. Why aren't we getting the music? Why aren't we getting the music? It's on purpose. It's on purpose. And like that shit just messes with me. It really rocks my brain sometimes. But you know what though? It's hypnotic though. It's crazy. There's something like once you hear the music, it's catchy. It vibrates you to whatever you're listening to, and then you just forget about, like, you just don't even think about what's real or what's not. You just start banging out with the music. Like, yeah, this is it right here. But in reality, you gotta think about it. Like, what's the reason for it? You gotta think, like, why would they do that? Like, it's so crazy. And it's not like other music, other type of music is like that too. Like, nigga, like, I know, like, y'all niggas keep on bringing the same rock and roll songs like from 20 years ago. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. So, like, something's specifically being pumped, bro. Pumped. And niggas is eating it up. Look at K-Flock. This is another example. K-Flock, like another major, I forgot that boy. And you know what they do? They make him seem like they're older too. I didn't even know that boy was 18. Look at K-Flock. That nigga made dope music. B-Love, Dougie B. Why aren't we getting, yo, I miss my dog K-Flock. Damn, yo, that's my homie. Yo, man, like, yo, this lifestyle may not be for everyone. Even if you're not saying to niggas, like, even if you're not saying, like, yo, I miss my homie, I'm crying right now, you could at least say, yo, this life ain't for everybody. Yo, real shit, I miss my homie, da-da-da. Like, put a dope beat to it. You could make it rock. It's been proven, bro. I grew up in the eras where, nigga, I seen the transition, where lyrics don't even matter, nigga. You can make that shit rock, but we never hear about it. We never hear about it. And those dudes are making music that people would listen to. Why is that? Think even like, oh man, you gotta even think about the shit that's relevant in the culture too. Like, you even think about, like, shit with, like, the police brutality shit. Like, it took a whole bunch of shit for niggas to even, like, bring that shit up, and everybody had to be on the wave, corporations included. Everybody had to be on the wave in order for them to even talk about police brutality. That shit fizzled out. Nobody talking about it. They acting like niggas still ain't getting locked up and shot and shit. The COVID. I got to be careful with this one. You know what I mean? The C-19 shit. Everybody felt the same way about it, but niggas wasn't talking about it. Niggas were rapping. Everybody fell in line. Everybody fell in cold, and it's just like, it's a controlling factor, and it's also something that's being pumped, yo. It's being pumped. And like, you realize that heavy when you see the musicians that make the music suffer the consequences of what they're rapping about, but you don't hear about what they're rapping about. That's my beef. I'll listen, and it would be a lot easier for me to bump to the music too. I'd be like, oh, all right, cool. He talked about the murder, and then he talked about the time he did for it, or like he talked about his man doing the murder. He talked about how he missed his man for doing the murder, or like he talked about doing drugs, but his mom is a crackhead, and that shit kills him inside. Nigga, that, like, you gotta understand, bro. It's manipulation. It's manipulation, bro, and it's vibrational. It's like, if I can vibe to the beat, if I can rock with the beat, if that shit just sounds catchy, you put a good hook on it, nigga, I'm rocking with it, dog. It's easy for them to put in like conscious shit, or like, it doesn't even gotta be conscious, because I know niggas ain't into that. And then, you know what? They also made it uncool to even think for yourself. That's another thing too. Like, they made it uncool for me to even talk like this. They made it uncool. They call you a fucking old head, a square, a weirdo. But in reality, it's like the bad side is way worse than you can't even call it good. Everybody that talks up like this is always mad. You ever notice that niggas that talk the way these niggas talk, they're always upset. They're always mad. They're always talking about how they want to kill somebody and do something. But it's like, nigga, how can you really be happy and living life? Like, you don't want to live like this. Everybody talks about getting out the hood. But yeah, that's another example. Niggas talk about getting out the hood. Niggas get enough money to get out the hood, but they still not rapping about how they out the hood. They talk about how they still riding around in the hood, doing what they got to do in the hood, and blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, we all know deep inside, everybody want to get out the hood. Why is it that they pumping that other shit? Man, that's just the type of shit that's on my brain, man. Straight up and down. Good evening. Good evening. Tuesday, She Devil's in the building. Crystal, what up? Some people don't listen to the lyrics because they are hypnotized by the instrumentals, and that's exactly what I mean. It's a vibrational thing. It's like a vibrational thing. Like, you get hypnotized by the shit that you're listening to, dog. And like, I read a book, and that's not like, I mean, I don't know about like there's a lot of subliminals that'll get you tapped into that type of stuff, and then it leads the whole culture astray. And that's the thing in music. And music is literally the one of the biggest things, if not the biggest thing, you can get people to like rock out with your shit. Think about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, we all rocked out to a rhythm. You put something to a rhythm, your brain automatically wants to ride that rhythm. You feel what I'm saying? It's easier to ride a rhythm than to make your own and think for yourself. It's way easier for me to allow somebody to think for me than for me to make conscious decisions for myself, bro. It's way easier, bro. So if that's the case, if somebody's smart enough to figure that out, like, oh, okay, they're letting us think for them. Okay, this is what we want them to think about: destruction, murder, violence, anything that's gonna make them a non-threat, a non-factor. Yo, it's so funny too, because in my life is like weird, because it's like my life had like a big jump in terms of like my surroundings, I guess you could say. And I realized I remember like the way I used to look at my place in life, and how like I used to think it was like, yeah, this is life. And then like when you step outside of it, like, wow, they look at us like we're fucking retarded. So why is it that people are pumping it? Like, they look at us like we're crazy. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you right now. But, hey, yo, these are the shit that run through my brain, son. But anyways, I gotta get back to the gym, dog. I gotta get back to the gym. It's the same thing as the Pied Piper. He used the music to lure the Oh, yeah. We are too welcoming. Us as black people, we always let people into our stuff. And you know what? I think there is a link to that. Like, and I agree with that. Like, somewhere along the line, like, the culture was hijacked by and I don't know by what, but nigga, whatever it is, it's being pumped because you got to think about it, right? The niggas, like, let's talk about rap. Let's talk about hip hop. I'm talking about the shit that I listen to. You feel me? These niggas is talking about shit that goes on in the hood. So I know what goes on in the hood. But they're only talking about one particular part. There was a point in time, because there used to be a point in time where they used to talk about both particular. They used to talk about the struggle, and they used to talk about the other shit. But there was a point in time when niggas like, nah, let's tuck the other shit away and let's give them the glamorous stuff or whatever. I need to know the reason, bro. Like, I need to know the reason, bro. Because it's just like, where would we have been if this culture was more promoting of people of self-think, of people who think for themselves, and people who ask questions, and people who want to better and progress and do all this stuff. And it's crazy too, because we see this stuff and it's obviously retarded. You got on a $2,000 jacket, but you in the projects. It makes no sense to me, son. Stack your money. Like, yo, and it's crazy too because, and I say this all the time, like it's so much more of a bigger flex for me to tell you, like, yo, I got a business or I got a house here, than for me to say, yo, I got these dope ass jeans and like a bunch of sneakers and shit. And we all know this, but for some reason, we're just being pumped up the shit that we know we don't want. We know we don't want it. I'll pull up to a youngin' right now. I'll pull up to a youngin' right now, my nigga. I'll tell him, yo, I got 50 pair of the dopest J's, or I got this dope ass crib right here. He knows the crib is where it's at, but for some reason the music is telling the J's and the lifestyle and the guns and the drugs, that's where it's at. But nobody really wants to live like that. People just want to be comfortable and safe, son. Stop playing with me. Nobody wants to look. Yo, trust me, I was the hardest nigga. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm a little pussy, to be honest. But nigga, I've done some shit in life and nobody wants to live like that. Looking over their shoulder, wearing a bow, where they at, who's gonna approach them on what, who's seen them last do it, who doing it. Like, nobody wants to live like that. But for some reason, the music is lying to us on purpose and we're eating it up. And me too. Look, listen. I'm not preaching to nobody. Listen, man, your boy listening to the music too. But I gotta, like, when I have these epiphanies, I gotta like get it out there. You know what I mean? Like, cause nigga, I'll forget. I'm gonna put on I'm going to the gym, put on a drill song, forget all about it. Nah, I'm lying. I'm only half serious. But still though, like, it's just crazy. It's just messed up how it's purposely being done, and you can see it. This Young Thug situation is the example that anybody, if you need to see the example of how they are pumping this destructive behavior into the community, this YSL, this K-Flock, every time you see a rapper getting locked, the K-Flock thing is serious, because that was like the Three Musketeers. You got K-Flock, B-Love, Dougie B, all these people. You mean your mans who was the leader of your shit just got locked up for a murder. You ain't gonna see that nigga for a grip, but you ain't gonna give me a song about how, yo, this life may not be for everybody. Yo, I miss my homie. His mother hitting me up for money right now. Shit's really tough. I don't hear nothing like that, but I'm still hearing the Diddy, but I'm still hearing the hypnotic stuff that got me drinking. Well, I don't do the drugs, but still, you know, that got the kids drinking and got the, you know what I mean? Like, you got to think to yourself, why? That's all I'm asking, bro. That's all I'm asking, because they can make anything hot. I'm done. Like, don't let niggas tell you, oh, that nobody wants to hear that shit. Bullshit. I don't need, like, actually, Young Thug is the perfect example. That nigga threw on a skirt, started talking about weird stuff, and that shit turned hot. So at this point, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. You can make anything hot, so why aren't they making the cool shit, like, not the cool shit, the thinking stuff hot? You gotta ask yourself those questions, bro, straight up and down. These are the examples you need. You don't need any more examples. Share this video. Somebody gotta see that shit. I swear to God, bro. I'm not even, just give me both sides. Why aren't you giving me both sides? Why are you trying to keep me dumb? Why are you trying to keep me destructive? And why are you trying to keep me ignorant? Why are you trying to keep the women single? Why are you trying to keep the women with multiple kids, with men who don't appreciate them? Why are you trying to keep the men in jail? Why are you trying to keep the men violent? Why? Why is the reason? Why do you promote this other stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. Like fucking two kids who are obviously on drugs. What was those kids? I'm an island boy. Why? Why these people gotta be so popular? Why? Well, what is the point? What is the machine promoting these people? 6ix9ine, the music literally sucks now. It's track. Like, no, all right. Now, you know what? I'm just old. That's my opinion. But it's just like, come on, bro. Just like, you just gotta look. That's all I'm saying. Just look. All right, I gotta go to the gym. It's an agenda for everything. Shout out to everybody.